Bookshops are dreams built of wood and paper. They are time travel and escape and knowledge and power. They are, simply put, the best of places. Jen Campbell. Welcome to Bookish, a channel about all things literary. I'm Paul, and I hope you're all doing well. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at some of the most beautiful bookstores in the world. Now, I know that in reality, every bookstore is beautiful in its own way, because each one contains books, booksellers, and book lovers, the great trifecta. However, some bookstores are, objectively speaking, more beautiful than others, at least architecturally and aesthetically. Those are the ones we'll be looking at today. Be sure to hit like and subscribe so you know when new episodes come out. And remember, we also have a Bookish podcast that you can find on any platform you listen to podcasts on. So let's get started. Any list of beautiful bookstores must begin in the world's most bookish city. And with over 730 bookstores serving its 2.8 million residents, that's 25 bookstores for every 100,000 people, Buenos Aires, Argentina is far more than just home to the tango, Evita, and a former bouncer who became Pope. It may also be home to the most beautiful bookstore you'll find anywhere, El Ateneo Gran Splendid. Originally built in 1919, and having former lives as a performing arts theater and a cinema before being transformed into a bookstore, the Gran Splendid is something out of a bibliophile's dream. The 22,000 square foot space retains the feel of that turn-of-the-century theater, right down to the original theater boxes. The cinema seating was removed and replaced with bookshelves, but the ornate carvings, crimson stage curtains, ceiling paintings, and auditorium lighting all remain. Named the world's most beautiful bookstore by National Geographic in 2019, more than 1 million people visit this bookish palace every year. The next store on our list is, visually at least, the polar opposite of the Gran Splendid. Found in another very bookish city, Paris's Shakespeare and Company bookshop is an example of beautiful chaos. Jam-packed with books and still featuring bunks and alcoves for visiting writers to crash on, it's one of the most historic bookstores in the world. The original Shakespeare and Company was founded by Sylvia Beach in 1919. The current shop was opened in 1951 by George Whitman and is run today by his daughter, Sylvia Beach Whitman. From its location on the Seine across from Notre Dame, to the feeling you've stepped through a literary looking glass upon entering, it's a must-see for any book lover. Next on our list is Livraria Lelo in Porto, Portugal. And if I'm butchering the pronunciation, I apologize to my Portuguese friends. This breathtaking store is not modest about their beauty. They call themselves the most beautiful bookstore in the world on their own website. One of the oldest bookstores in Portugal, the Lelo bookstore, first opened in 1881 and features pinnacles on its facade, stained glass windows, a massive stained glass skylight, and a forked staircase connecting the first floor gallery to the second floor. The store is so breathtaking that it's rumored to be J.K. Rowling's inspiration for Hogwarts in the Harry Potter books. Since Rowling did live in Porto in the early 1990s and frequently visited the store, it's one rumor that may just be true. If you do visit, be aware that at least pre-COVID-19, the bookstore saw 4,000 to 5,000 visitors every day. Our next stop is in Maastricht, Netherlands, where the Boekhandel Dominicanen occupies a 700-year-old space that was once a Catholic church, a Dominican church to be exact, thus the name. Opened in 1294, the church remained a consecrated space until 1796, later functioning as stables, an exhibition space, and finally a bookstore. The church's stained glass windows, frescoes, and vaults remain, as well as the oldest known wall painting depicting the life of St. Thomas Aquinas, a Dominican, from 1337. The choir loft now houses a coffee house with an excellent view of the entire interior and its roughly 50,000 books. Borges said that he always imagined paradise would be a kind of library. Bookhandel Dominikanen is about as close to that as we'll ever see. Our final beautiful bookstore for this episode proves that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. In this case, mine. An abandoned glove factory in Detroit's downtrodden industrial district may not seem all that beautiful, and from the outside, frankly, it's not. But inside, John K. King Used and Rare Books houses over 1 million used and rare books, and for a book lover, it doesn't get much more beautiful than that. The 4 floors and basement are filled beyond capacity, and as they are only now starting to catalog the books into a database, a process that will, as John King prefers the old ways, take years, you can find gem after gem in this, yes, beautiful bookstore. So that's 5 beautiful bookstores for you to put on your must-visit list once travel gets back to normal. For now, like the stories they contain, we can always visit them in our dreams. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time.